everybody, welcome to another video today. So today I'm going to talk about why we shouldn't be judged for who we are as just people. I'm going to talk about my interests first and what I think other people I highly encourage to do. This goes with like self-love and acceptance about who you are as a person. You guys know that I like to educate and spread awareness on disability and service dogs. And I express a very big passion to people. These two topics that I talk about on my channel, they're never talked about enough. That's why I think making YouTube videos, especially as my channel grows in the next year or 2 years, I will get to build a community of people that are of sighted individuals or other disabled people that have never knew about blindness or visual impairment, or maybe some other people didn't know about service dogs, of educating the general public that have never met anybody who's disabled at all. And blindness or visual impairment is a low incidence disability. It's not really common compared to something like autism, which is very common. And not everybody's gonna like what I do, and that's okay. Even people in the disability community, none of us should judge each other for that, because at the end of the day, like you're your own person, I'm my own person, and I got to a place where like I feel like I'm just right. I feel comfortable and mature enough to share my experiences with all of you guys, my viewers and subscribers, and random people that just stumble upon my videos. I also like to film elevators, so I have another YouTube channel called Elevators International, right down on the screen here. That's what I did. I started that YouTube channel 6 years ago, and I post elevator videos on that YouTube channel where I go around my local area and film a ton of elevators that are from my childhood, or some new elevators I find from other people that have filmed elevators, because there's an entire community that I'm a part of. The people go around that like elevators and film them. I still love to film elevators nowadays too. Like, we look at things like the buttons, the floor indicator, the type of elevators, like the brand, some of the sounds they make. That's what I do. Like, if you guys want to go check it out, I made a video about me liking elevators. You guys can go check that out. People think that me filming elevators as a hobby is weird, or are not really interested in it. That's fine, because I like elevators and it's something I like to do, and I just have a passion for elevators outside of doing it for YouTube. I just like riding them. It's fun for me and I enjoy it. That's something that not a lot of people see. Like, not a lot of people have heard of elevator filming. Like, I told you about the guy Diesel Ducey, or Andrew Reams. This is how it's spelled on the screen. He's the guy who started the YouTube elevator filming community on YouTube. And like, I got to a place in my life where like, I just don't care what people think. Like, I've never cared what people think, actually. I've loved what I do, and I don't know, like, I'm just happy. I never really cared what other people thought of my interests, and I do like to share it with people, and I got a YouTube notification. I don't think, none of us should really, like, and I really think for you, like, if you feel like you're being judged by people, or even bullied in any way, just because of something that may seem weird to them, or they just hate it, well, I'm here to say your interest is valid. They can think all they want, and that's, they can think all they want about it, but at the end of the day, you are your own person. You love what you do, because guess what? You loving what you do and me loving what I do, it shouldn't matter to you how they think of you. And yes, it can be hard sometimes, but I really think it's important to acknowledge that, like, you shouldn't change your interest just because someone else judges you for it. Because if you really like it, just do it. Just own it. That's what I've learned throughout my life. Like, I should just own it. My parents, like, really enjoy filming, making videos, helping me do my elevator videos. Like, they help me go around my area and film them all. And I sometimes have made public transit on my own. They think it's really cool too. That's some of my personal interests and what I think it's important to do for yourself and your interests. And just stop caring what people think. My independence, like, I'm still learning how to cook certain things, and I'm not perfect at it. Why do I have to be, why do people have to judge each other just because of not just sighted people, but even other blind, visually impaired people, like, or disabled people. Like, we all judge each other just because it's something that we can't do, whatever it is. Like, for me, cooking, like, I'm in a transition program, job transition program, this might be my last year until next year, because there's something coming up, which I won't say, because I'm gonna wait. I really think it's really important to acknowledge that nobody's chapter in life is the wrong path, and we should all respect that, because nobody's life is perfect. You can't honestly, like, frankly, you can't expect anybody's life to be perfect. Nobody's, because what you do is none of their business. The person judges you for it. I'm not really big on cooking. It's not really a big passion of mine, but I know it's a good skill to have. But I know how to make, like, certain dishes on my own. There's quite a few. There's a few of them that I know how to do on my own. Still, like, I am good at it, but not. I don't want to say perfect, because I'm not perfect. Like, in some other my visually impaired friends, like, they know how to cook stuff on their own, and sometimes, like, and there's certain stuff I have a slower time with processing certain things, because I just need more time to understand certain things, because there's a lot of, like, math and things involved that, like, it's complicated to understand, because it's like you could, like, divide it up in so many different ways. If it's like, if you see, like, we look up these recipes on on these websites to research, like, certain recipes to make our kitchen at school. Like, use an electric stove on my own, well, at my school, and, like, I feel safe using an electric stove, and my parents are also teaching me, like, I can make my own breakfast on my own. I could do all that, and I could make, like, a snack if I'm hungry on my own at home when I'm home alone. Cooking isn't something that is, like, that I have to make delicious meals for people, because I come to realize everyone's chapters in lives are not wrong, and we just shouldn't judge each other just because we don't know how to do something correctly and you get frustrated with it. If you get frustrated with it because someone else is slower at it, I even try to tell myself this, if I get frustrated, that, like, they're not as good at it, or they need a little bit of time. And regardless of being disabled or not, everybody has a strength that they love to do. We all have strengths and weaknesses, and I do too. And we all focus on our strengths a lot, actually, because it's one of the things we love. But, like, with our weaknesses, it's harder for us. I would say everybody, we don't focus on it a lot. I know how to do public transportation on my own. I know how to like, set up transit rides for myself. Like, I know I know, like, where everything is located in my area. Well, the stuff locally here, and where some of the buses or trains, whatever, go to around here where I live. I like to do social media content, and it's one of my hobbies. It's something that makes me happy. I've always loved to do that. I used to be a big TV person, but not anymore, though, because, like, social media is more of my go-to, because I love to research things. I love to watch videos, and I always just like to research a lot of things, because I always like to learn new things that I might be curious about. Even if it's something that I'm a little curious about, I still want to at least look at it, because I'm interested, if it sounds fascinating to me. I highly encourage you to do is that if someone's judging you for it, don't let it get to you. And I try to tell myself this too. You love to do your own interests. You shouldn't worry about it, how they think of you, or how they think of your interests, because what you do is none of their business. So yeah, that's my conclusion for this. None of us should judge each other for what we love to do, even if we have a disability or not, like, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. If we don't judge each other, it's gonna make the world a better place. That's my advice to people, and what I've come to realize and understand. So yeah, anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video today. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.